What's up, my peeps? Today, I want to talk about the gay agenda, or what I see a lot of people talk about with like society or mainstream media having a agenda to emasculate men. And you will see a lot of discussions being held in the quote unquote black community too, with the emasculation of black men. Um, there is a million different theories on this. I've seen so many people speak about this, and generally it's always something that you see on TV. Like, they think the fact that you will see a gay couple on TV, or people will attribute it to different laws changing and the movement that was started pushing the laws to be changed. Let me explain that a little bit better. When particular gay movement starts, if a group of people in a gay community decide to get some type of law change, like I'll use gay marriage as an example. When these people are having protests and, engaging in different discussions about gay marriage, it becomes attractive to your average citizen. Them learning things about gay people, it attracts them to that lifestyle. And, the age-old debate is whether you're born this way or if you chose this lifestyle. Was it something that was in you when you were born, or, were you swayed that way? I'm a person speaking with me on my thoughts about it. I believe gay people are born that way. That's my thoughts on it. The reason why I believe that gay people are born that way is because I don't think that you could be attracted. You can't fake attraction. Like, that's something that you don't have a choice over. I can't look at a picture of Halle Berry and think she ugly and just like have that choice, just trying to convince myself this woman is ugly when I know that she's attractive to me. You can't control what you're attracted to, when it comes to sexual thoughts, I guess you would say, well, however you want to lean attraction to. I know, good food looks attractive, so that's a different form of attraction. But when we're talking about a person you want to have sex with, you can't control your attraction to that person. So I don't think that gay people are willing themselves to get a hard dick looking at a man. Like, I don't think he's like, just thinking about it hard, and it comes up and they have sex. I think that there has to be some kind of attraction, and that's something that you're born with. You can't really cut that on and off. I don't give a fuck how drunk you get. I don't give a fuck how high you get. If you're attracted to something, then if you're attracted to the same gender, you have homosexual tendencies. And maybe, you denying that attraction doesn't make you less gay. You're still gay if you're attracted to someone that's in the same gender, okay? That's just my outlook on it. Now, getting back to this agenda, this gay agenda, it's some hypocrisy in this, with what I'm seeing in the arguments that I see between people. You can't just attribute everything to television. Okay, if this is the path you're going to, if your belief that the reason why people are gay is because of what they're seeing on TV and people making this a trendy type of lifestyle, so it makes them want to cross over and be cool like the gay people. Like, if this is what your belief is, them normalizing it on TV and anything in that matter, if that's your thoughts about it, then why are your thoughts never going towards the church? I never understood that. All the stuff I see on TV when people discuss this on TV, or if they discuss it on the internet, or if I'm discussing it out in public with people or with my friends or anything, I rarely hear the church get mentioned. And I don't understand why. Okay. And this is all in the context if you believe that people are turning gay because of what they're seeing. It's being normalized. So you're seeing it on TV, magazines, and whatever other outlet. You know, you don't want it on those outlets because you feel like it's transforming your child or someone else in your family. You think that that is the reason. But you totally neglect the church. If my line of thinking was that homosexual people are not born that way, if that's what I thought, because I believe they're born that way, if I thought that they wasn't born that way, I would lean more towards the church. We just had a report last week that over 300 priests were molesting kids, okay? Over 1,000 kids. They were molesting 1,000 kids. You can look this up, okay? We have the Pope now under fire because of, they're saying that he was covering up certain situations that tie into molestation. And these are kids that are being touched by these priests. Over 1,000 people in Pennsylvania. Out of those 1,000 people, do you think all of them are going to turn out okay? Do you think that they were more at risk being handled by a priest in that manner than they are at risk than watching a show on TV that has a gay couple? Who do you think is going to transform them quicker, the priest or the television show? Okay. I would think that the priest will probably have a lot more into that, since this is contact. Okay, this isn't something that they're viewing. This is something that they're experiencing with physical touch. Okay. Why is this being neglected? Okay, in this whole debate about the gay agenda or emasculation, however you pronounce it, emasculating men. Like, why is this being neglected in this conversation? And this goes beyond the Catholic Church, okay? There are reports with the Black Church, okay? Baptist Church, Christian Church, okay? In the Bible Belt. And, you know, I just don't want to make this like an attack on white people, because some people will look at me saying the Catholic Church and think, well, that's white people. It's in the Black Church too. And I'm pretty sure it's in Asian churches and other churches. When you look at, from what I've read, looking at data on Black churches, it more goes into preachers touching the girls, okay? So maybe this is a factor in why Black women are turning lesbian. You ever think about that? Like, why is that not going into your head? Why is religion being, well, you know, this story about the 300 priests that got caught in Pennsylvania is going to come and go. Okay, I know that news stories go fast. Okay, so I'm well aware of that. I know how, you know, we're talking about Trump and Michael Cohen last week. This week, it's Monday now. This week we'll be talking about something else, and it'll bury that story. I know how it comes and goes. But with general discussion about rape, because this is a topic that comes up every day. Okay, and when you're talking about rape, you really don't hear anything about that. It's like Me Too movement talk. You don't hear anything about the church. It'll be a hot topic for a minute, and you can't really attribute it to a fast-going news cycle, as I just said, because rape is something we talk about every day. Okay, and this is not being mentioned. When people talk about the gay agenda gets discussed every day. And this is something that you really don't hear about. Okay, and a lot of these gay guys and gay women, some of them would tell you, you know, when they were younger, they were touched by priests. Okay, Milo, I can't pronounce his last name, Yiannopoulos, whatever his last name is. He got into a bunch of controversy because he said that he was okay with what was going on with his priest. Okay, I'm not sure if I got that story correct, so any fans of him, I know y'all gonna get in here and attack me for getting the story wrong, but from what I know about that story, okay, he was okay with it, and he got in trouble for saying that he was okay with it or something like that. I forgot how it all went down. But the bottom line is he got touched by a priest, okay? That's my bottom line. That's the only reason why I brought that up. And these guys are going under the radar. And a good percentage of the country is religious, okay? So if you're a parent and you're sitting here fighting the fight about things that you see on TV, and you're fighting the fight about, gay neighbors moving in, or you're fighting the fight of gay people being able to adopt children, you're going against that. Why are you not saying anything about this? I'm usually seeing liberals go against this because liberals are more secular, okay? You got a lot of liberals who are atheists or agnostic, so they have no problem going against the church. And it's like a lot of people on the right are religious, so like they don't want to go against, what they believe in. And I don't think that that's something that you should be scared of. Just because you're fighting against what's going on in the church doesn't mean you're anti-God. And let me stop with just saying the right is like that, because when we get to the black church, and black people are, a large percentage of black people are liberals, when we get to the black church, it's the same thing. It's a silence about it, okay? It's a silence about it. And there are liberal people who think there is a gay agenda, okay? There are people on the left that will tell you that that gay people, that the exposure that we're seeing from gay people is a problem and it has an influence on their child. They may not be, against their kid growing up to be gay, but they will point to that and say maybe that has something to do with it, okay? And if you're in that boat, that's basically being in the center. If you're basically in the center of that, okay, you also have to recognize that the church has something to do with this too, okay? Or it's a possibility. I don't want to say that this is actual fact, but it's a strong tie to it. And a lot of people are ignoring it for whatever reason. And I really believe that they feel if they go against the church, that they're going against their God in a way. I'm assuming that that's like the battle that they're fighting with this. But if you're a person that doesn't want your child to be gay when they grow up, if you're a person that believes that these are the influences, that the kids are not born this way, they get turned out, okay, then you need to be fighting that fight. And I would take it even further, okay, but this is all I'm going to say about it. If you really believe that there is a gay agenda in that manner, that things that they see, and let's say you take in what I just said about religion. You're like, you know what, you may have a good point about religion. If I have a good point about religion, then you need to think about prisons too, because people go in prison and they get turned out, okay? They get turned out. They come back a different person. So maybe if you think this is an abomination and that you're trying to save souls and this is something that you don't like, you really hate, that people turn gay because they're selling their soul to the devil, this is a definite sign to the devil, you're definitely going to hell. You're fighting for that, then why aren't you talking about this in the prisons along with the church? I'll let you think about that. Okay, get in the comment section. Tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Get in there and tell me that you agree with me and there's some things that you can add on to what I was saying to expand my mind on this subject. All right, my peeps. You guys have a good one. Peace.